When we assess Jessica's lips, first of all, we look at the proportion to the surrounding structures, and the width is good. We generally look for a width of 1.6 of the lips when compared to the lateral cheek, which each side measures approximately 1.0. The texture is one place we could show improvement. There are a number of vertical rhytids, and the lip doesn't look well hydrated. The lower lip size is fine. The upper lip is a little bit small. We're looking for a 40 to 60 ratio, and she would benefit from some E version of the upper lip. So my plan for Jessica is to improve the texture of the lip and also to provide some definition in the philtral column and some eversion of the upper lip. I start my approach with Jessica by injecting into the muscular layer using a 28 gauge XL needle and a mid-hardness filler. I chose Juvederm Volift this time. I want a filler that's going to give some support but still look and feel natural in the lip. You can see I inject laterally and use an antegrade injection technique. In total, I inject 0.8 milliliters into the muscular layer of the lip. Included in that 0.8 milliliters is a very small bolus at the lateral mouth corner to provide support and soften the shadow at the angle of the mouth. Massage is an important part of the technique to prevent any bumpy appearance or the feeling of lumpiness inside the mouth. So next we'll be injecting a very soft filler. I've chosen Juvederm Volbella this time with a 30 gauge cannula, immediate submucosal. This very liquid filler is really feathered immediately under the mucosa to both soften the vertical rhytids and also to hydrate the mucosa. So in this technique, the cannula glides immediately under the mucosa and is injected in an antegrade and retrograde fashion. This is repeated for the upper and lower lip in all 4 quadrants. Well-defined Cupid's bow with prominent philtral columns is a feature of a youthful lip. We can treat this with a very tiny amount of a hyaluronic acid filler. I used Juvederm Volift in this case, 0.1 cc's or slightly less, divided between both philtral columns. I use a 31 gauge BD needle. I finished off her treatment with 4 units of Onabotulinum toxin A into orbicularis oris. And so let's take a look at her after photos. You can see a nice effacement of the vertical rhytids, a hydration of the overall mucosa, a balancing of the proportions of the lower and upper lip, and a subtle enhanced definition of the philtral columns and eversion of the lip.